Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin 4.5% up. Yeah, we talked about price increases for Bitcoin and that has now happened, and the catalyst for that was yesterday the confirmation by the Fed that 75 basis points will not be considered and that we are looking here at an expected 50 basis point increase. Few people have asked, why do the prices go up if there is an increase? Well, the reason is just that those 50 basis points were expected by the market. It was already priced in. And when it then happens as expected, then the market is sort of relieved, and then you see that sort of quick relief rally. No major rally for Bitcoin, but it has broken out of the wedge, and we're going to talk about that. We see a relief rally for many altcoins. Really pleased about AVAX, because that has worked out perfectly. So I'm going to update that later today as well. But overall, as I said in the last few videos, across many altcoin videos, even though I do expect medium term still lower prices for them, now they were all massively oversold, or most of them, so that you could expect some sort of upside, including or especially if Bitcoin starts to move up, and that is now happening. So a lot of the altcoins that were really hammered down are now seeing some nice upside, which is really good and is important also for a further continuation of the overall downtrend. What I also need to say here, a lot of the altcoins have reached their individual target areas anyway. So all of these altcoins that I cover, most of them, as they have reached their target areas, they could theoretically have completed their overall correction already. Now, personally, I don't believe it, because Bitcoin still has to drop a lot, but it is technically possible. But even if they do, and even if they now create their first impulsive wave to the upside, when Bitcoin comes down, which I still expect, and we get to that in the Bitcoin scenario here, then they could still, even though the low might be in, they will come down and do another higher low, and then we are going to take a look at that anyway. So, but overall, the prices currently for many altcoins suggest that they will still see lower lows. Yeah, if anything changes, I will make you aware. Bitcoin, yeah, pretty much worked out very well. We've been talking the last few days here about this descending wedge. We've been talking about that the price won't probably really move a lot until we have a Fed decision, that we then can see that volatility, and that it could be the catalyst to push finally the price here above the descending wedge. It's a bullish pattern. Of course, no guarantee it breaks out to the upside, but that was my primary expectation because of the Elliott Wave count as well. And here you can see again, you know, you never know, right? But you can here see again that news, for example, can be a catalyst, but they often just accelerate what would have happened anyway. So we have been talking about this scenario here of a wave 1 down, a wave 2 up, the wave 3, 4, 5, and so on. Yeah. So that this here is probably the wave 1. That's how it looks like. It looks like this could now be complete, and that we are now moving towards that wave 2. And that wave 2 is based on those Fibonacci retracement levels of that wave 1. And the absolute minimum I would expect is 41.5K for wave 2. That is the 38.2% Fibonacci level. Now, more than 70% of all wave 2s reach at least the 50% Fib level. But I have seen already wave 2s that reached only the 38.2. Therefore, this is the absolute minimum. But here in green is the area of the highest likelihood, yeah, which is between 42.8 and actually 47K. So that's just something to be aware of, that we need to watch very closely the 41.5K level, the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level. Bitcoin closed the daily, and that is good. Bitcoin closed the daily above the wedge, and it closed the daily above the previous resistance at 39.2K. That was resistance and support here over the last few days and weeks. And next step would be to get back into the wedge. That would be 40.5K. When it manages to get above that, only then we can expect that, that green target area to be reached. And we could expect a completion of the wave 2. Only when the wave 2 is complete, we can expect another turnaround, another sell-off to a wave 3. And we can take a look at the Fibonacci extensions for a wave 3, because they have changed now as the wave 1 came down a little bit lower. And it all depends on how high wave 2 now comes. Let's say it comes somewhere here in the upper third of that target area. Then we have the Fibonacci extensions here that could take wave 3 into the area around 28k. So that is where the wave 3 would land, around 28k, but it all depends on how high wave 2 comes now, so that can change a little bit. Then from that to 28k roughly, yeah, you would then expect a move up again for a wave 4, ideally into the region around 35k. That is the 38.2% Fibonacci extension. And then if we take a look at how high or how far could the wave 5 come down, again, we take the Fibonacci extensions of the wave 1, assume that we land in the upper third here. Price targets for a wave for a wave 5 could be anything between the 200% Fib extension, 23.7k, all the way down to the 2.618, maybe even 300% Fib extension, all the way down to $12,000. That is possible until we get anywhere into the target area. This is all suggestion, guess, you know. I think we are going to find support in the yellow target area, because here we have from the overall Bitcoin move, we have the 61.8% Fibonacci level at around 27k. So I think this will be significant support. My view is only if you drop below that and then even lose the 200-week moving average, which is a very, very important level for Bitcoin, the 200-week moving average that is currently located here around 22k. If you lose that, then yeah, then you can even drop below the yellow target area, but that is too early to speculate about. Yeah. It's good that the wave 1 seems to have found a completion yet. Yeah, it seems to have found an end, and that we're already going up in the wave 2, because the longer the wave 1 gets, the more extended probably you see now the further downtrend be, because it's all based on Fibonacci extensions. So the longer that one gets, the more extended the other waves will be as well to the downside. But for now, it seems like we are going up. Of course, this could still be a fake out. You know, we haven't retested the 39.2k level or the wedge here on the daily yet. That might still happen. But what this could be, yeah, and just a bit of speculation, because you never really know. But if we go to the 4-hour chart, if we say, right, this wave 5 could now be complete, or that higher degree wave 1, then what we could be seeing here is now, as part of the wave 2, because wave 2 consists of A, B, C, that we have already seen the wave A, this could be the wave B, and we could now be in the wave C. That is certainly one possibility, and there are a few possibilities to count this, right? So it's just something to be aware of. We could already now be in the wave C. That again consists of 5 waves. So what could also be the case that the wave 5 was finished here, that this here was the wave A, this was an undershooting wave B, that this here is the wave C, which also could make some sense, because a wave C again itself, fractals, yeah, waves within waves, consists of 5 waves. We could have seen here wave 1, 2. This could be wave 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So again, we don't really know, but the Elliott Wave count has given us a good hint over the last few days that as long as we are in the wedge, of course, downside potential here, but that you then can expect here a breakout or a move up in some way into a wave 2 target area. And we're not there yet. We're only making here lower lows at the moment, lower highs. Compared to that one, it's a higher high, and compared to that low, it's a higher low. So we start well, but now we need to get above these next ones here. So there's quite a bit of resistance along the way. The first one, 39.2, was broken already, and now we need to get back into this channel. And as I said, that's around 40.5k, very much aligns with these two resistance levels as well, which is at 40.45 or 40.43, and then this one is just below 41k. So there's a bit of a resistance zone we need to get through actually, and I can highlight that here on the chart as well, that this is where we need to get through to get back into the wedge, and I'll make that red to indicate it's a resistance zone, and that will be Bitcoin's next task to the upside. What would not be good is if we break 39.2 again to the downside, and even worse would be for this scenario, but even that it would not invalidate anything. Yeah, it would just mean that short term we come down once more. Even worse though would be that we break back into the wedge at 38.3k. So these are sort of the levels I'm watching out for here at the moment on the Bitcoin chart. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership, and maybe even check out the trading course I'm currently publishing on the website. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.